Welcome to our science class, my dear students. Today, we will take a closer look at the amazing life of plants. So, let's start with a fun fact. Did you know that a single tree can produce enough oxygen for 4 people for an entire year? Amazing, right? So, how do these incredible organisms work? By the end of today, you will know all about different types of plants and their structures. Let's start by looking at different types of plants and their structures. As you can see, plants come in many shapes and sizes, but they all share some common parts. These are leaves, flowers, stem, roots, and buds. Let's learn how these parts help the plant survive and grow. The first part of a plant is roots. So, roots hold a plant in place in the ground and also take in the water that is needed by the plant. So, what is the main function of the root? That is, the roots anchor the plant firmly in the soil, providing stability and support to the plant. This prevents the plant from being easily uprooted by wind or water. Now, the stem is a plant's main support above the ground. It keeps the plant upright and helps transport water and nutrients from the roots to other parts of the plant. So, this is the main function of the stem, that is, it helps transport water and nutrients from the roots to other parts of the plant. The stem also holds the leaves so they can get sunlight for photosynthesis, and it supports the flowers to attract insects. The next part of a flower are leaves. The leaves of a plant are essential for its survival because they are the main site for photosynthesis. Okay, dear students, did you know about the process of photosynthesis? So, photosynthesis is the process by which plants make their own food. Leaves come in all shapes and sizes, which help plants adapt to their environment. For example, broad leaves capture more sunlight, while narrow leaves reduce water loss in dry conditions. Flowers. Flowers are also a crucial part of a plant because they contain reproductive organs. Flowers play a key role in the reproduction of plants. They produce seeds through a process called pollination. Okay, we will discuss later the process of pollination. Okay, students. Now, birds. Birds are where growth starts. Okay, actually, birds are small bumps on a plant, often found where the leaves join the stem or at the tip of the stem. Okay, just like in the pictures. They can look like tiny green balls or cones depending on the plant. Okay, now there are three types of birds, that are leaf birds, flower birds, and mixed birds. The leaf birds will grow into new leaves, the flower birds will bloom into flowers, and the mixed birds can grow into either leaves or flowers. Let's learn about plant tissues and organs. Plants are multicellular and are made up of different types of cells. Different types of cells group together to form tissues. Actually, plants are composed of different types of cells, okay, that work together to perform various functions. Now, these groups of cells that perform the same job are known as tissues. Let's have a look the definition of the tissues. A tissue is a group of cells that work together to do a specific job. For example, cells with chloroplast form photosynthetic tissue which helps the plant make food through photosynthesis. So this is the main function of the tissues. Now, there are three types of tissues, that are photosynthetic tissues, protective tissues, xylem tissues, and phloem tissues. Let's learn about these tissues in detail. The first one is photosynthetic tissues. What are photosynthetic tissues? Photosynthetic tissues is found in the leaves of plants. This tissue is very important because it's where photosynthesis happens. Okay, you already know about the process of photosynthesis. Okay, now So the photosynthesis, as we already know about the process of photosynthesis, that is, photosynthesis is the process by which plants make their food using sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. Now, why is photosynthetic tissue important? Without photosynthetic tissue, plants would not be able to make their food. This means no food for the plant and no oxygen for us. Next one is protective tissue. Protective tissue covers the surface of roots, stems, and leaves. It is a thin, transparent skin that protects the plant from damage or infection. Why do plants need protective tissue? Just like our skin protects us from getting hurt or sick, protective tissue helps keep plants safe. Okay, it acts as a barrier to prevent harmful things like bacteria and fungi from entering the plant. Next, a very important plant tissue called xylem tissue. Xylem tissue is a type of plant tissue that carries water and minerals from the roots to the leaves. So, the xylem tissue performs two main functions, that is, transporting water from the roots to the leaves, helping the plant stay hydrated, and carrying minerals from the soil to the rest of the plant. Another important part of plants called phloem tissue. Phloem tissue is a type of plant tissue that carries food from the leaves to other parts of the plant. Okay, the xylem tissue transport water and minerals, and the phloem tissue transport food. Okay, why do plants need phloem tissue? Plants make their food in the leaves through a process called photosynthesis. This food needs to be transported to other parts of the plant like the root, stem, and roots so they can grow and stay healthy. So, the phloem tissue also performs two main functions, that is, transporting food and supporting growth of plants. Organs in plants. Dear students, as we already studied about tissues in plants, now we can understand the organs of plants. Different tissues in plants combine to make an organ. These organs work together to make a plant, which is an organism. An organism is something that can survive on its own. For example, the leaf, a leaf is a plant organ. Dear students, just like our bodies have different tissues and organs that work together, plants also have tissues and organs. For example, our heart is an organ, and what is the function of the heart? It pumps the blood throughout the body. Similarly, a leaf is also a plant organ. Its job is to make food for the plant through photosynthesis. Other plant organs include roots, stem, and male and female reproductive organs. As we already know about the functions of roots and stems, so let's review them again. Okay. Now, roots, their job is to hold the plant in the ground, and they also take in water and mineral. And what is the function of the stem? The stem keeps the plant upright and holds the leaves so they can get sunlight and exchange gases with the surrounding air. And male and female reproductive organs, what are these functions? These are in the flowers. Okay, so these are present in the flowers. Flowers are usually brightly colored and scented to attract insects. Dear students, we have learned about the amazing world of plants, from the way photosynthesis works to the important jobs of roots, stems, leaves, and flowers. Remember, plants are not just important for our environment, but they also play a crucial role in our daily lives, providing us with food, oxygen, and even medicine. Students, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Also, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting lessons. Goodbye.